Standing for the playing of our national anthem, gentlemen, please remove your caps.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Milena Novotny, and on behalf of the senior class of 2013, I would like to welcome parents, teachers, families, and friends of the graduates, the Board of Education Administration, and to the graduates themselves. Today, we close one chapter in our lives and open another. We say goodbye to our high school years, but hello to a new life full of potential. Congratulations, everyone. We finally made it. It is now my pleasure to introduce our platform guests. We are grateful and honored that they are willing to take time out of their busy lives to be a part of our commencement this evening. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Renee Foos, Superintendent of Schools. Ms. Susan Mascaro, Chief of Staff. Ms. Linda Wise, Deputy Superintendent of Curriculum, Instruction, and Administration. Mr. Daniel Michaels, Administrative Director, Secondary Schools. Diane Martin, Director of Student, Family, and Community Services. Ms. Ellen Flynn Giles, Board of Education. Delegate Frank S. Turner. The Honorable Calvin Ball, Howard County Council. Mr. Michael Smelkinson, Special Education Teacher, Marriotts Ridge High School. Mrs. Patricia Bakunis, Senior Class Sponsor. Mr. Joe Novotny, Senior Class Sponsor. And I would also like to introduce Mr. David P. Burton, Principal. Mrs. Sean Hastings Huff, Assistant Principal. Mr. Sam Richmond, Assistant Principal. Mrs. Megan Sinisi, Assistant Principal. Mr. Rick Robb, Assistant Principal. Miss Christina Kravitz, Assistant Principal, Homewood Center. Mr. Edmund Evans, Principal, Applied Research Lab. Miss Susan Bradley, Counselor. Miss Brett Moore, Counselor. Mr. Mike Repsher, Counselor. Miss Karen Kawahara, Counselor. Please join me in welcoming our guests to commencement today. And we will now hear a musical selection from our musical guests. Oh, and Miss Diane Pellish.
Good evening and welcome to the graduation of Long Reach High's class of 2013. My name is Kaylin Fredrickson. It is my honor to introduce this year's distinguished guest speaker, Mr. Michael Smelkinson. Mr. Smelkinson is a 2004 graduate of Long Reach High School. He was a member of the first team All-County Basketball in 2002 and 2003, and the Howard County Play of the Year in 2004. Mr. Smelkinson accepted a full athletic scholarship to California University of Pennsylvania and led the team to consecutive winning seasons from 2004 to 2006. He then transferred to St. Mary's College in Maryland in 2006 and was the assistant basketball coach from 2008 to 2010, leading the team to the Sweet 16 in 2008 for the first time in the school's history and back-to-back conference championships. He accepted a head coaching job at Marriotts Ridge High School as well as a special education teaching position in 2010. He now not only is a special education teacher at Marriotts Ridge High School, but is also a part-time coach at Howard Community College, where he coached the team to a first-time ever regional championship in the 2012-2013 season, and first ever to go to the Division II Junior College National Tournament in Danville, Illinois. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Michael Smelkinson.
Good evening. First off, I want to congratulate all the graduates that's going to walk across the stage tonight. I remember 9 years ago sitting in your chair. All I could focus on was senior week, graduation money, and graduation parties. Yeah. But I'm asking you for a second just to think about your parents, grandparents, family members, guardians, administrators, teachers, coaches, mentors, friends, and anyone else that played a part in getting you to this point today. Make sure to tell them thank you tonight at some point. I stand here before you as a very proud graduate of Long Reach High School. But I want to rewind time back to Mayfield Woods Middle School. I remember it like it was yesterday. Being an 8th grader, I was a walker. I walked to school. I was one of the shortest ones in my class. I had a nice little mini fro going on. That fro later developed into hairstyles that you could not even imagine. By then, I had already established an interest in basketball. It was all that I wanted to do. No one understood this more than my mom, who would scream at me and my friends for dribbling the basketball in the laundry room all night long. At the time, I was being recruited by a number of private schools, including Mount St. Joe, who wanted me to attend their school and be a part of their basketball program. At the time, Mount St. Joe was a basketball powerhouse in Baltimore. After many talks with my parents, mentors, and friends, I made one of the best decisions in my life in choosing to attend Long Reach. And I promise, fellas, it was not because Mount St. Joe was an all-boys school, although that might have played a small part. But it was this thoughtful decision that allowed me to take away experiences that I will never forget. And 2013 graduates, I ask you, what are you taking away from Long Reach? What did Long Reach teach you? What does the name Long Reach mean to you? For me, above all, the relationships that I was able to make with friends and teachers, they served as the building blocks that I carry with me wherever I go. Building relationships is what Long Reach taught me, and relationships are crucial. Relationships are influences. Long Reach is truly a part of my makeup. Long Reach is a part of my history. Long Reach is a part of my name. And your name is the most important thing that you own. Now, some of these friends that I developed relationships with, we shared a common interest, which was basketball. But I ask you, what are you interested in? If you haven't already done so, it is now time to discover your interests. It's time to pursue your interests. It's time to make a commitment to your interests. And some of you maybe want to think about limiting your interests. But most importantly, it's time to live your interests. In living your interests, you discover your strengths and weaknesses. I want you to take your interests, take your relationships, and take your experience with you into the next chapter of your life. Take your long-reach history with you as you continue to create your own story. After all, everybody has their own history. Everybody has their own story. When you leave here, you will meet people with different backgrounds than you. I'm sure a lot of you, over your time at Longreach, you've grown to be very comfortable in the high school setting. Well, now it's time to leave, and it can get scary. After tonight, high school will be a part of your history, and your role will change from high school to college or other post-secondary settings. Learn how to be adaptable. Learn how to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Understand that you will face obstacles and setbacks along the way. But through my history at Longreach, I learned something about setbacks through one of my best friends who I was able to develop a close relationship with. And that is this: setbacks are really just a setup for an even greater comeback. Now, this friend of mine was 2 years younger than me. He did not have the ideal living situation at home. When he was in 8th grade, he was hanging out with the wrong crowd. He was getting in trouble in school, and even getting in trouble with the law. His freshman year at Longreach, he was academically ineligible to play basketball. Well, the summer he was going into his sophomore year, something happened. He made a decision, just like I made a decision to go to Longreach. He made a decision to surround himself with good people. He made a decision to live his interests. And it was these decisions that he made, plus hard work, that allowed him to ultimately achieve greatness. He was able to go on to bring the first ever basketball state championship back to Longreach. He earned Howard County Player of the Year in 2006. He earned a full scholarship to college, got a college degree, was voted National Player of the Year in college, became the first ever player in school history to have his jersey retired, signed a professional basketball contract in Europe, and after his basketball career is over, he plans to come home to be a police officer. The same person who was getting in trouble with the law when he was in 8th grade and who was going through his setbacks, he has come back to be here tonight to watch me speak because of our relationship that we built at Longreach. I'd like to ask Darrell Webb to stand up and raise his hand. Now, I consider myself very lucky and blessed to have maintained my relationships, not only with Darrell, but with a handful of friends from Longreach to this very day. Now, there will be some friends that fall off. Learn to identify those that will enhance your life from those who do not want you to succeed. Be a listener. Be a learner. Learn to listen. Learn to observe. Learn from and listen to your elders, for they have more of a history than you do. Know that if you want to grow, you should have 3 things: big eyes, big ears, and a small mouth. Now, before I leave, I want to just throw some things at you. I have 5 things that I hope you can take with you as you get ready to live your interests and you get ready to create your own story. First, society will label you. It labeled me short. It told me that I was going to get ran over. People told me that I shouldn't play basketball. But we can transcend ourselves. You can overcome perception through your name and your work ethic. Second, your name is the most important thing that you own. Your behaviors, the choices you make, your ability to pick yourself up from setbacks. These will contribute to your legacy. When people hear your name, what do you want people to think of? Number 3, discover persistence. Don't be afraid to be rejected. Desire cannot be taught to you. Ambition cannot be forced upon you. These are things that exist in you, and it's up to only you to bring them out. Once you are able to do that, then the only limitations you have are the ones that you place upon yourself. Number 4, do not complain unless you have a solution. 80% of the people you complain to don't care, and the other 20% are glad that you have problems. Complaining is like vomiting. It'll make you feel better, but it'll make everybody around you sick. And lastly, I want you to remember this. There are many people in this world with talent, but successful people are talented. Now you're probably asking yourself, what is he talking about? Talent, talented, that's the same thing. Well, the difference between talent and talented is the ED at the end of the word. And that ED stands for extra dimension. Having persistence, a strong work ethic, making sacrifices, having integrity, doing the right things, making good decisions, living your interests. Those are some of the things that make up the extra dimension. Will you just be another person in this world with talent? Or will you make sure to have the extra dimension? Because talented people with the ED are successful people. I know and I trust that all of you will go on to do great things, achieve success, and represent your name and Longreach's name in a big way. Thank you, congratulations, and good luck.
Good evening. Thank you, Mr. Spelkinson. My name is Shade Moturayo Allende. And although I stand in front of you as one of the chosen speakers at tonight's ceremony, we stand proudly as a small percent of the world that has achieved a high school diploma or secondary school equivalent. However, it is necessary to admit that we did not reach this point alone. We arrived on the backs of our unrelenting parents, the tenacity of our teachers and faculty, and the diligence of coaches and counselors. When I began to write this speech, I went back to the fundamentals and searched the word commencement. I found the following anecdote: commencement, an act, instance, or time of commencing. I then searched commencing. To enter upon, begin. Remember, this ceremony is called a commencement because it is a beginning. All that we've labored through in our school years has laid the foundation for what is to come. For some of us, we'll be the first in our family to merit a high school diploma. For others, we'll be the first of our families to enroll in college in hopes of attaining a university degree. And for all of us, we are embarking on the first day of the rest of our lives. These 4 years may seem like a small chapter, but it was in these years that we created the changes that allow us to reach where we are today. And by no means was it a brisk walk. Individually, we have faced challenges on the way. In life, we often fall into this trap of doing what is expected by our parents and society. And often what results is that we become stuck in this machine-like, be responsible, one foot in front of the other kind of attitude. Throughout our school years, I think we've come to realize that it's important to stop thinking whether this is the right thing to do, but whether this is something that you yourself will be happy with. Many of us remember our first day of high school like it was yesterday. And throughout my high school career, I've learned 4 lessons that have stuck with me. Freshman year, I learned that it was okay to be different. During our first year at Longreach High School, some of us decided to join clubs, sports teams, band, or theater. While I may have not been the best cross-country runner on the team, I have come to accept and realize that it is our individual attributes that collectively donate to our class. Sophomore year, I learned the significance of carpe diem. While many of us consider this the earliest version of YOLO, maybe not. By seizing the day, we are neither living for the past nor the future, but living each day at a time. My junior year, I accepted that it wasn't worth it to compare myself with others. All too often, we find self-worth in numerical values. All too often, we forget that what counts is our individual value. This last year, I've realized the importance and necessity of failure. Any success worth achieving not only requires hard work, but also failure. What matters is how we react to it. We often look up to people who at all times seem successful in everything that they do. In reality, we're often exposed to attempt number 526 compared to their first trial. Through failure, I have learned the strength of my character and that some failure in life is inevitable. Anyone who has tried to achieve anything knows that obstacles exist in life. These obstacles include brick walls, negative emotions, and doubts. It's best to see them as barriers that ensure that those who really want to succeed do. If viewed in this light, the emotions that previously prevented you from success are turned into motivation. The brick walls into stepping stones, and the doubts into thoughts of success. As the class of 2013, we've created a new beginning and are going to take full advantage of it. And as a group, we still have yet to unlock our capabilities. As Greek orator Pericles once said, "What we leave behind is not what is engraved in stone monuments, but what is woven into the lives of others." Congratulations to us, class of 2013.
Hello, my name is Shelby Louise Fredrickson. I'd like to start by saying that I am scared. I'm scared to be standing up here in front of you all right now. I'm scared to go off on my own next year and open the door of my dorm room and know that it's my new home. But I was also scared when I first walked through the doors of Long Reach High School on my first student orientation day. I was tired, lonely, and all I wanted to do was go home. I made sure for that entire day that I stood in the back of my group so I wouldn't feel too self-conscious about my awkward height or frizzy hair I'd tried so hard to tame. Looking back, I don't think I was the only gawky, out-of-place high school freshman there that day. I wasn't anything special. My real first day of high school was nothing special. Looking back, I don't think it matters so much how we started. Because today is a special day, and today is about how we will end. I'd like to take this moment to talk about all of you in caps and gowns awaiting your name to be called on this stage. Every morning, we were told by our principal, Mr. Burton, that we are a family. Whether you embrace this ideology or not, I find it to be a very interesting observation. Families aren't always the small group of people to whom we are born. Families are composed of the people we have to love and the people we choose to love. Families can be atypical and dysfunctional, but the concept of family is a beautiful thing. In a family, you might all come from different places and only come together once or twice a year, like we are right now. In the end, some families even break apart. But I think what matters is that a family is a group of people who has to learn to work with one another through good times and the bad, lift one another up when they're down, and know just how to make each other smile when someone needs it most. And in the end, we may all be different and wind up in places miles apart, but we all made it through our time here at Long Reach with the help of our family. We've all waited today for a very long time, but this is not just a celebration of the end of high school. It is a commencement of everything in between that very first day and now, of everything we've accomplished and overcome, how we have changed, and ultimately who we are as students, adults, and citizens. I look out at the faces of my classmates and I feel this great rush of pride. I see the faces of people I love, and I see a few I never had the chance to get to know. I see the spirit of the many flags that adorn our school walls. I see confidence, and most of all, I see a bright future. It is now our responsibility to use the power vested in us by our teachers, parents, and a small piece of paper that says we graduated high school to make the world we've been given a better place. Waiting is a very difficult thing to do when you're 18 and ready to finally finish your 4 years. So I'd like to leave you with what I think are the most important things I learned in high school. These things have nothing to do with calculus, literature, or history. We were not graded on them to see how well we knew or if we understood. One of the hardest things to learn in life is that there will always be someone out there who is better than you. Smarter, faster, more attractive, wealthier. There will be people who make you feel like you're not good enough and that you're not important. But I think what matters is that you never try to stop being better. Remember that every doctor needs a nurse and every commanding general needs a lieutenant. It's also okay to not have all of the answers. To raise your hand in a classroom of 300 strangers to admit you don't know is one of the bravest things you can do. Ask questions and ask them often. Lastly, none of us would be here today if we didn't have at least one person who kept us moving forward. Remember that you are never alone. To the parents and teachers, we will all be someone's inspiration or parent one day too, and I can only hope that we will do that just as well as all of you have. I am proud to stand here as an almost graduate of Long Reach High School. I wish all of you nothing but the best of luck in whatever you want to do with the beauty and value of your lives, and I hope you have the courage to do it well. To those of you going off to college, work hard. To those of you joining the armed forces, come home safe. To those of you entering the workforce, never stop climbing the ladder to the top. In this moment, no one can tell me that teenagers are not invincible. We have the unwavering power of a future in which anything and everything is possible. It is now our time to learn how to use it. To the class of 2013, as you prepare for the next beginning of our lives, I hope that you all leave Long Reach High School as I am today, feeling inspired, motivated, and loved.
Mr. Michael Smelkinson, as a representative of the Long Reach High School graduating class of 2013, I would like to present you with this gift as a token of our appreciation. We appreciate your support and contribution to our commencement ceremony today. Thank you. Mr. Burton, the class of 2013 would like to present this gift of a certificate for a new flagpole for Long Reach's new turf field to Long Reach High School for all that you and the school has done for our class. Thank you. And now, Mr. Burton.
That's Ms. Hastings' fault. She was supposed to tell me about that. Members of the Board of Education, Superintendent Dr. Renee Foos, Central Office staff, members of the faculty, honored guests, parents, family and friends, and especially members of the graduating class of 2013, I would like to welcome you to the 15th annual commencement ceremony for Long Reach High School, and the last graduation for Howard County for the year of 2013. I think it is obvious they saved the best for last. This is an evening of celebration of the accomplishments and perseverance of each and every graduate seated before us. It has been a memorable year for the Long Reach family. We have much to celebrate, including winning more STEM Fair awards than any other school in the county, our boys track team winning a regional championship and placing second at the state, and the girls soccer team winning a regional championship for the first time in Long Reach's history. Graduates, you have exhibited talent on the playing fields and especially in the classroom. With that thought in mind, let me share some specific data about the class of 2013 with the audience here this evening. There are 282 graduates in the class of 2013. Nearly 80% of them have been accepted and will attend various colleges and universities this fall. Many of them have been offered scholarships totaling more than $6 million. In addition to being accepted at top-tier schools all over the nation, this graduating class will be represented at 5 prestigious Ivy League schools this fall. There are 6 National Merit Scholars amongst the crowd of graduates seated before you today. These graduates have performed thousands of community service hours, including, but not limited to, participating in multiple blood drives, raising money for breast cancer research, helping to beautify the Long Reach campus by cleaning the school grounds, and participating in food drives to help the less fortunate. They also pledged to end the R word and started a composting initiative at Long Reach to bring awareness to the importance of saving our environment. In addition to all that I just mentioned, and I'm going to pause for emphasis here, they are also the class that introduced Zeus to the rest of the world. In a world filled with competitiveness, self-indulgence, and a me-first mindset, this class tapped into the knowledge that there is more to life than their own self-interest. They have set the bar high for the underclassmen to follow in their footsteps, and ladies and gentlemen, I can't tell you just how proud I am of each and every one of them. They have displayed a style and grace that belies their age, and they have consistently set high expectations for themselves inside and outside of the classroom. Now, graduates, before I give you your diplomas, I would like to take a few moments to share a few life lessons I have learned over time. First of all, celebrate your uniqueness. You were specifically designed for a unique purpose. Figure out your purpose. What is it that you are uniquely gifted at? In the words of Harold Thurman Whitman, don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask yourself what makes me come alive, and then go and do that. Don't waste your time and energy doing what others are called to do while leaving undone that which you have been called to do. While you are discovering and embracing your strengths and talents, recognize your limitations. No one is good at everything. And please, steer clear of the comparison trap. Don't be envious of the runner in the lane next to you. He has his race and you have yours. Focus on running your race with excellence. Stop comparing your behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reel. Be a good steward over the resources you have been given. To him whom much is given, much is required. Make it your mission to leave this world better than you found it. One of my favorite educational quotes is by Marion Wright Edelman, and it reads, Education is for improving the lives of others and for leaving your community and world better than you found it. How will your community and this world be better because you were here? What will your legacy be? Lastly, as you ponder your legacy, make sure to always check in with yourself to determine what is truly important. Is it the mansion on the waterfront? Is it the Range Rover parked in the garage? Is it the rapper 2 Chainz's diamond-encrusted jewelry? As you set your goals in life, and there will be many goals, always remember to be motivated by the significance and not the material things. For instance, if you want to be an entertainer, don't be influenced by the fame and fortune, but instead be motivated by the platform it would give you to influence the generations to follow you. If you want to be a politician, don't be motivated by the power it will afford you, but instead be motivated by the opportunity to change the landscape of our nation. Or maybe your choice is to serve as a teacher or an educator to cultivate the next generation of leaders. Remember that whatever you decide, your significance will not be based on your job, but on your contributions to society. I would like to close by sharing with you a few excerpts from a speech written by Pulitzer Prize winner author Anna Quindlen. I read it long ago, and I kept it close because it resonated with me, and I would like to share it with you this evening. I tweaked it a bit to reflect what I believe in and some of the lessons I have learned along the way. Don't ever confuse the two, your life and your work. The second is only a part of the first. You will walk out of here this evening with only one thing that no one else has. There will be thousands of people out there with your same diploma and future degrees, trade licenses, and career aspirations. But you will be the only person alive who has sole custody of your life, your particular life, your entire life. Not just the life of your mind, but the life of your heart. Not just your bank account, but your soul. You cannot be really good at your work if your work is all that you are. So here's what I want to tell you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Get a life. A real life in which you appreciate others. Find people you love and who love you. And remember that love is not leisure. It is work. Get a life in which you are generous and realize that life is a gift and you have no business taking it for granted. Care so deeply about its goodness that you want to spread it around. Work in a soup kitchen. Be a big brother or big sister. All of you want to do well, but if you do not do good also, then doing well will never be enough. It is so easy to exist instead of to live. Through life lessons, I have learned perhaps the hardest lesson of all. I have learned to love the journey, not the destination. I have learned that this is not a dress rehearsal and that today is the only guarantee you get. Learn to be happy and think of life as a privilege and not a promise, because if you do, you will live life with the joy and passion as it ought to be lived. In closing, graduates, I have one final request of you. This is your day. Tonight is all about you. Make tomorrow about someone else. Congratulations, and I wish all of you the best of luck. Ms. Giles and Dr. Foose, as principal of Long Reach High School, I hereby certify that the graduates seated before you have met all the requirements for graduation as set forth by the Howard County Public School System and the Maryland State Department of Education. They are eligible to receive a Maryland High School diploma, a certificate of completion, or a certificate of attendance. Long Reach family, please give a warm welcome to our superintendent, Dr. Renee Foose, as she comes to the podium.
Thank you, Mr. Burton. Good evening. I'm honored and excited to be here, and I want to say congratulations, Long Reach High School class of 2013. Now, I have a question to this graduating class. I did have a little input in putting the order together as to who graduates when, and they insisted to me, Mr. Burton being the most insistent, that we need to save the best for last. Did we get that right? Okay, good. I'm glad. I just want to say that your parents and your teachers, they've taught you, they've coached you, they cheered you on over the last 12 years. They watched you step by step as you developed the skills and the knowledge that you need to wisely set out on your own course. They've given you the foundation to start your own journey. And from what I heard from Mr. Burton tonight, they've given you a very solid foundation. Your journey is certainly going to take some turns, some unexpected turns. There's going to be moments when you feel unsure or lose your faith that it will lead you to your goals. During those times, I'm going to encourage you to keep in mind the wisdom of Martin Luther King Jr., who said, "Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the entire staircase." And in just a few minutes, I'm going to invite you up here to begin to take those first steps without seeing the entire staircase as you cross this stage to receive your diploma and our personal congratulations. And on behalf of the entire school system, I offer the very best wishes to each of you for a lifetime of happiness, health, and success. Now, Mr. Burton, I hereby accept that these members of the Long Reach High School class of 2013 have met the appropriate graduation requirements and are eligible to receive a Maryland High School diploma or an appropriate certificate. Congratulations, graduates. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce Mrs. Ellen Flynn Giles, member of the Howard County Board of Education.
Okay, I'm a little vertically challenged here, okay? On behalf of the Board of Education, it's my pleasure and privilege to offer congratulations to the Long Reach Lightning class of 2013. Every person in this pavilion is proud of your accomplishments. Now, I recognize that I'm the only thing standing between you and your diplomas, but as the mother of 4 high school graduates, I spent more time in high school than you did. They've now all finished college. They have jobs that they like with benefits. No one is living in my basement. And I think I can honestly say that they're in my heart, but out of my pocket. So I'm going to offer you some of the advice I gave them. Respect yourselves. If you don't, it's highly unlikely you'll earn the respect of others. Keep the people who love you at the top of your priorities. These relationships are beyond price. Try to recognize what you don't know before someone feels compelled to point it out to you. Never underestimate the power and value of hard work. Don't be afraid to stick your necks out and grab a new opportunity or experience. Even if you stumble, even if you fall, it's the only way you'll ever move forward. And finally, make a difference. In big ways or in small, leave things better than you found them. And now let's give out those diplomas.
Okay. During the reading of names, please be respectful of all students and their families by keeping applause and celebrations to a minimum so that all students' names can be heard. We also ask that all aisles remain clear, and to keep the dignity of the ceremony, please refrain from using any noisemakers.
Kaylin Barbara Fredrickson. Shelby Louise Fredrickson. Sade Moturayo Ayinde. Peace Tosin Adebanjo. Camilla Marie Augusto. Sarah Amity. Jacqueline Amantha Ain. Oyedinsola Adiola Akisanmi. Gabrielle Marks Amaro. Nolina Raquela Ard. Oluwadamalola Oyudea Aria. Catherine Alexis Armstrong. Nicole Marie Armstrong. Tanzina Azam. Hillary Lestat Below. Megan Lee Baxley. Razia Amira Beal. Caitlin Nicole Bennett. Caitlin Leanne Bennett. Nadia Michelle Bigelow. Elena Mariana Blackburn. Emily Ann Bradford. Carly Corinne Brooks. Samantha Sabel Bruner. Amanda Caroline Buczynski. Zoe Brianna Butler. Olivia Rose Callan. Jennifer Michelle Carpio Payeras. Jakira Chantel Carter.
Amir Abdulradi. Samir Munir Abu Salah. Avery Noah Almond. John Khaled Al-Zindani. Joseph Arash Amini. Max An. Phillip Joseph A. Ricardo Philip A. Carl Wayne Barron. Quinn DeAndre Bartley. Alexander Dale Beege. Kevin Marcel Betters, Jr. Thomas Clark Bilbrey. Jalen Samaj Brown. Justin Gailey Brown. Kevin James Burrows, Jr. Tynell Dupree Bushrod. Armand Diamante Butler.
Way to go, buddy.
Hugo Elliott Caldwell. Malik Ford Carroll. Marquette Rashawn Carthran. Brandon Alexander Cave. Douglas Leon Chambers. Malik Vintnor Cheristal. Victor Maurice Cook. Brian Crandall, Jr.
Tanissa Noel Case. Maham Sohail Chaudhry. Veronica Megan Clark. Lucy Margaret Clemens. Noelle Marie Culligan. Bianca Alexandra Cooper. Imani Corinne Davis. Lynn Din. Shinar Doshi. Dawn Nicole Downey. Courtney LaShawn Earl Leonard. Dominique Ariel Eaton. Taylor Marie Espinola. Trenace Monique Fambro. Kristen Isoa Fawole. Jordan Elizabeth Fox. Janae Denisha French. Angeliki Aristido Gerasimides. Ariana Rose Gonzalez. Brianna Kiara Zelma Good. Margot Lindsay Gordon. Erica Renee Hagan. Faith Midam Han. Shannon Noel Hall. Melissa Marie Harrison. Masuma Hasnain.
Tariq Ahmad Diggs. Steven Phi Ditter. Daquan Markel Dixon. Tien Min Duan. Robert Shannon Donaldson. Kevin Richard Issa. Christopher Ka Edit. Anthony Titus Ellison. Ralph Daniel Erickson. Diego R. Esmolo Jr. Anton Victor Dino Espiritu. Fernan Felix. Darius Devonte Fisk. Leonardo Regino Flores Soto. Sebastian Vimukthi Fonseca. David Thomas Fox. Diego Alejandro Galindo. Michael Joseph Govin. Alban Carey George Jr. Shay Tijan George. Theodore Raymond Gerlowski. Matthew Raymond German. Diego Alejandro Gomez Prieto. Justin Scott Goodman. Robert Jacob Gray.
Zakia Hasnain. Diamond Adele Heath. Katia Lynn Hernandez. Rachel Lynn Hinkle. Nu Young Them. Cecilia Marie Holt. Sarah Ann Hoover. Michaela Renee Johnson. Allison Marie Johnston. Amanda Nicole Johnston. Celine Jayon Annie Jones. Kelly Leanne Jones. Destiny Deshay Joyce. Monica Saffron Katzen. Caitlin Eileen Kelly. Hyun Jae Kim. Min Ji Kim. Brianna Noel Nab. Kayla Nicole Kosman. Dorothy Beryl Kramer. Akila Zahara Limes.
Brian Patrick Green. Jacob Michael Greenberg. Bailey Marcelo Guardado. Jeremiah Josiah Hall. Raymond Michael Harding. Keegan Doric Heinz. Justin Lee Herman. Ronald Deshay Heineman. Dylan Hinkson Dildashane. Jacob Stewart Huey. Xavier Rashawn Arani. Corey Gerard Johnson. Zachary Tyler Johnson. Kyle Austin Jones. Benjamin Harold Judge. Adam Ryan Justice. Toby Anthony Kadiri. Larry Delano Lane Jr. Alexander Hongi Lee. Jordan Marcus Lee.
Clarissa Lopez Diarte. Kiara Donna Lorena. Megan Alexandra Lockery. Rebecca Marilou Megana Maeda. Ria Malik. Daisha Aaliyah Manning. Rachel Catherine Masterakis. Coriana Ida Mathis. Ashley Renee Mayo. Adrian Janae McIntosh. Jacqueline Elizabeth McKenzie. To Asia Serene McLaughlin. Tanae Maria Melvin. Selma Beatriz Menavar Oriana. Nika Bazorgmund Mamiazi. Taylor Ann Montgomery. Rebecca Ann Naughton. An Cherry Nguyen. Christina Nguyen. Diana Nugent. Rebecca Carolyn Northam. Mosamola Iyanu Joy Olatunje.
Ever Apollonio Lindos. Austin Wilfred Lintz. Jaime Roberto Medrano Ramirez. Evan Obed Mendoza Ramos. Joshua Wayne Mitchell. Eric Lewis Montag. Charles Asher Moran. Alexander Irvin Neal. Brian Matthew Nice. Jimmy Van Nugent. Alexander Jordan Nobleman. Elijah Kofi Obang. Druvik Atal Patel. Cole Reedy Phillips. Cody James Pixley. Joseph David Quintana Gonzalez. Alejandro Rashad Dave Roach. Chupan Sangpet. Brian Gregory Samples. Daniel Sanchez. Brian Patrick Seddon. Peter Seau. Matthew Thomas Slahetka.
Afua Krama Owusu. Bianca Nicole Padilla. Kara Nicole Palmer. Cho Hee Park. Sanel Dinesh Patel. Isminia Nayeli Perez Bonet. Tuyet Na Fan. Morgan Elena Plitt. Shelby Marie Plitt. Quiescence Adriana Polk. Miranda Ramey. Nancy Ramirez. San Juana Ramirez. Angelina Gabriela Rabaza. Jennifer Aline Reiling. Aspen Delina Fall Ritchie. Anna Noel Rivera. Zoshi Rivera. Lauren Joanne Rivera Martinez. Lisa Colleen Roberts. Kristen Louise Robertson. Akila Camaria Rogers. Courtney Cahill Sample. Rupinder Kaur Sandhu.
Nicholas Daniel Sonneman. Jack St. Hilaire Jr. Christopher Tyler Stenko. James Earl Steele. Alfonso Maurice Stewart Jr. Christian Alexander Stewart. Eric Thomas Stern. Matthew Brian Switalski. Lars Christian Tambo. Abdul Moise Tanvir. Elijah Hassan Thomas. Brendan James Thomas. Brandon Michael Walters. Troy Amadeus Waragon. Skylar Cody Way. Jordan A. Wheeler. Dylan Thomas Wiley. Dominic Demetrius Wayne Williams. Warren Christopher Williams. Phillip Manasseh Carlton Wilson. Christopher Brent Wood. Eric Christian Zaki. Philip Welker Zundel.
Devin Nicole Schmidt. Sarah Elizabeth Scott. Bo Yun So. India Danae Silas. Victoria Lynn Simpson. Sabrina Singh. Hannah Danielle Sipes. Adriana Lynn Smith. Carolyn Grace Smith. Octavia Michelle Smith. Yasmin Verigila Solomon. Sarah Mary Stephen. Brianna Emery Sterner. Megan Michelle Talley. Mia Cheryl Talley. Terea Shakita Terry. Abigail Ruth Thomas. Amanda Grace Tippett. Angelica Chisom Ukwoma. Emma Maxine Yor. Michelle Ann Venegas. Sejel Retnoir Vispute. Melanie Marie Walter. Jenna Lynn Rose Wheeler Hacker. You're done, right? You don't have any more? Mackenzie Lane Williams. Brianna Louise Wilmore. Sarah Elizabeth Winneberger. Jasmine Victoria Young. Marissa Ann Zeccanato. Eliza Elena Zollers. Ms. Giles, please allow the following Howard County Public School System staff members to award their children's diplomas. Stephanie McAllister, Technical Assistant, Instructional Access Team. Ashley Marie Anderson. Karen Baldwin, Family and Consumer Sciences, Wild Lake Middle School. Amy Renee Baldwin. Lisa Rounds, third grade teacher, Running Brook Elementary. Abigail Cheyenne Casper. Our very own Mr. Joe Novotny, Career Research and Development Teacher, Longreach High School. Milena Marie Novotny. Mercedes Castro, Math Para-Educator, Lake Elkhorn Middle School. Angela Yarn.
Deborah Gordon, paraeducator, Deep Run Elementary. Hunter Stephen Gordon. Kimberly Tsao, paraeducator, Veterans Elementary. Jeremy Leche Tsao. Frank Valenza, Family and Consumer Sciences teacher, Long Reach High School. Vincent Thomas Valenza. Siobhan McCown, Spanish teacher and teacher development liaison, Long Reach High School. Jordan Isaiah White McCown.
Why don't you guys step out a little bit? Now? We go through many stages in our lifetime. Like any other stage in life, high school is a stage. We learn to grow and mature here. By turning our tassels from the left to the right, we show that we have passed from one stage and are moving on to another. Class of 2013, please stand up and join me in turning your tassel from the left to the right, moving on to our next stage of life. Congratulations, class of 2013!
Thank you all for coming. Please allow all of the graduates to exit before you leave. Diplomas will be distributed behind the stage following the recessional.
Okay, what's that then?
Ice tobogganing! It's my favorite thing to do. Please, 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 will you do it with me? Please, please, please?